So today's practice is a balancing power vinyasa, and we are going to dive right in. So let's start standing right at the top of our mat. Ah, feels good to be here, doesn't it? Let's take a big breath in, sweep the arms all the way up, connect the palms, and bring the hands down to the heart. So just starting to connect the movement with our breath. Inhale, sweep up. Connect the palms. Exhale, bring those hands down to the heart. One more time. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Connect the palms. Bring the hands down to the heart on the exhale. This time we're going to sweep the arms all the way up. Interlace the fingers at the top. Pointer finger to the sky. Exhale, take a big stretch to the right. Inhale brings you back up. Slow and steady. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Let's do that one more time. Take a big stretch to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Release the hands, bring them all the way behind the back. So interlace those fingers behind the back, squeeze the shoulders together. We're going to fold forward, bending at the hips. Those hands can come away from the hips if that feels all right in your shoulders. Relax the head here. It's all right if there's a little bit of a bend in your knees, especially as we just start to warm up the body. Release the hands, bring them all the way down to the mat. Let's take a nice deep breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it in. Two more times moving with our breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Flowing with our breath. Inhale, halfway. Shoulders squeeze back. Exhale, hug the body in towards the legs. We're going to shift the weight into the left foot, coming into a half moon. So those left fingertips are going to stay down on the mat, kind of slightly off to the left of that standing leg. Sweep the right leg back. As you stack the hips, open the heart. Now, if you'd like to use a block under that left hand to give you a little extra lift, you are welcome to do that here. If you want this to be a little bit more challenging, you can try gazing at those right fingertips. But as you're here, I want you to focus on rooting down through that left foot, really lifting up through the heart, stacking the shoulders, stacking the hips. It's okay if you're wobbling and shaking a little bit here. Two more deep breaths. And there we go. Come back into a forward fold. Maybe shake the legs out a little bit. Let's just take a reset breath. So big breath in, come into a halfway lift. Maybe open the mouth side out as you exhale. We'll come onto half moon on the right side. So we're going to shift the weight into that right foot. Right fingertips are above, like on top of that foot, but over to the side. The right side, sweep that left leg back. And then go ahead, sweep that left arm up to the sky. Very good. So you're doing your best to stack the shoulders, stack and open the hips. Wobbling is totally okay. And if you want to challenge yourself, you can try gazing up at those top fingertips. Very good. Holding here for just another couple breaths. Really focusing on opening the body. Take one more deep breath. We'll meet back into that forward fold. So bring the hand down, bring the leg down, shake the legs out a little bit if you need. Again, resetting with a big halfway lift. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Plant the hand, step all the way back to plank. We're going to lower down onto our belly. Reach the arms back behind locust pose. Flip the toes. And on your inhale, we're going to lift the heart up, lift the legs up. I want your gaze to just be towards the top of your mat. So you're not cranking your neck up, but instead you're lengthening through the top of your head. There's going to be a slight inward rotation with those legs so that the toes are pointed straight down. So if your toes are kind of opening out to the side like a ballerina, see if you can spin them down, point them back. Very good. Keep breathing here. I know it's not super easy to breathe in this back bend. Just do the best that you can. See if you're able to lift a little bit higher. Excellent. Lower down. Plant the hands. We're going to come up to tabletop and then flip the toes, downward facing dog. Let's just take a nice deep breath in, deep breath out. On your next inhale, sweep that right leg back behind. Bend the knee, open the hip, opening your dog. Do your best to keep the shoulders square to the front. So I know for me, like my left shoulder sometimes wants to dip down. See if you can keep the shoulders square and really lift that right knee high to the sky. Take one more deep breath here. And we're going to crunch forward. We're not doing an actual crunch, but squeeze and lift that knee and then step it right between the hands. I know that transition's kind of hard, so do the best that you can. If you have to take a couple steps to get there, that's okay. Lower the back knee down, flip the back toes, Anjaneyasana, big breath lifts you up. Sink a little bit deeper into the hips here. Keep that front knee stacked right on top of the ankle. Do the best you can. So if it's kind of sneaking ahead, see if you can line it up and adjust your stance as you need. Relax your shoulders here. Bring the hands all the way down. We're going to come into half split. So we're going to straighten the front leg, shift the hips back, lifting those front toes up. If you need your blocks, you might like to have your blocks handy here, one in each hand. And you want your hips in this version, we want our hips stacked right on top of that back knee. Front toes are flexed, and it's okay if there's a little bit of a bend in that front leg. It does not need to be perfectly straight to get a good stretch, as long as you're feeling it in the hamstring here. Take one more deep breath. We're going to come into warrior three. Okay, so this is kind of a tricky but fun transition too. So we're going to shift forward. We're going to let our momentum bring us forward. Lift that back knee, bringing us into our warrior three. So the left leg is lifted back, hips are square. It's like our whole upper body is parallel to the mat. Arms are reaching forward. Very good. Breathe here. All right, you got this. We're going to be here for just a couple more breaths. So allow yourself to wiggle and shake. That's going to help build those stability muscles in the body. The more you practice poses like this, the easier it becomes to balance in them, believe it or not. Take one more breath. And then Vinyasa. So we're going to plant the hands, step back to plank. We're going to do it a little differently though. We're going to lower all the way down to our bellies. And you have the option for locust or bow. So locust is what we did the first time. Arms reach back. The other option you have here is bow, where you can grab the ankles. Either back bend is wonderful, so decide which one you're going to do. On your inhale, lift up. Shoulders squeeze onto the back, the heart lifts. In your bow pose, if your knees are way out to the side, we want to just gently hug them in so that they're like hip width distance apart. Very good. Keep breathing wherever you are. Take one more breath. And then lower down. Plant the hands. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. Wonderful job. Sweep that left leg back behind now. Bend the knee, open the hip. Again, keeping those shoulders square. Lifting that left knee a little bit higher, maybe rolling the ankle if you'd like. The right heel is sinking a little bit closer towards the mat. And we're going to bring that left knee through center. So it's not actually a crunch, but we're just going to imagine you're crunching and lifting that left knee as high as you can as you shift forward. Lift and squeeze, round the back, and then step that left foot forward between the hands. Very good. Lower the back knee down, flip the back toes, Anjaneyasana. Deep breath. Let those hips sink down a little bit here. Lift the heart, lengthen the spine. Give yourself that space to settle in. Take one more deep breath. Half split. So bring the hands all the way down. We're going to shift the hips back, straighten that front leg the best you can. Toes are flexed and pointed up towards the sky. We'll hold here for a couple breaths. I want you to see if you can allow your body to soften here a little bit. I realize that can be way easier said than done, but that's why we're here to practice. Let's take one more breath. And we'll do that big transition all the way to warrior three. So we're going to shift forward, flip those back toes, lift that back knee so that you can lift the right leg behind. And then you're balancing on your left leg. Arms are swept forward, right leg is lifted back, and toes are flexed and pointed straight down to the mat. So kind of like that locust. If you find that your toes are pointed up to the side, I want you to internally rotate those legs so that the toes are pointed straight down. Just notice what happens in your body. Just notice where you're feeling sensations. Notice what happens to your breath in this pose. Don't worry about when we're going to get out of it. Instead, just be fully present right here, right now. 2 more breaths. Excellent. Bring the hands all the way down. Step back to plank, lower all the way to your belly. And again, you can do locust, back bend, or bow. Okay, so take your pick. Either reaching the arms back or grabbing the ankles. On your inhale, go ahead, lift the heart, lift the legs. Notice the muscles of the back working to lift the body. And think about length here. Lengthening your spine the best you can. Keep the shoulders. Breathe as deep as you can. Take one more breath. And then lower down. Great job. Plant the hands. We'll meet in our downward dog. Take a nice big breath in. Big breath out. Sweep the right leg back behind. Bend the knee, open the hip. Step the right foot forward between the hands. So imagine you're coming into a crunch, tucking that right knee in, pressing the shoulder blades away from each other, pressing into the hands. Step that right foot forward between the hands. Very good. Lower the back knee, flip the back toes. On your inhale, just for the breath in, lift up into your Anjaneyasana. Exhale, come into your half split, just for the breath out. So slow and steady. Inhale, warrior three. Big step forward, arms sweep forward. Very good. Take a big breath. As you exhale, we're gonna come into curtsy. So knee behind knee, hands come to heart center. So we're gonna tuck our body in this tight little ball, and then we're gonna come up to standing, kick that left foot forward. Beautiful. Take a big breath in, eagle pose. We're gonna cross that left leg over, wrap the toes around if you're able to. The left arm is under, and then wrap the hands around the best you can. Eagle pose. So, a little tip about eagle is that whatever leg is on top, that same arm is on the bottom of the arms. So, that's the best way to remember where our body parts go in this pose. So, take a couple breaths, squeeze into center, sink those hips deep. Take a full breath. Beautiful. We're going to unwind, keep that left knee lifted, and we're going to vinyasa. So the left leg's going to step back, hands come down, step back. This time we're going to do our classic vinyasa. So lower down halfway, upward facing dog, shoulders squeeze back, push through the tops of the feet, lifting the knees, lifting the thighs, and then we'll meet in our downward dog. Beautiful job. Left leg sweeps back behind. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take one more full breath. Come through center. So hug that left knee in. Lift it the best you can. Push the mat away from you, really lifting up. Use the core. Beautiful. Step that left foot down in front. Lower the back knee. On your inhale, big breath brings you into your Anjane. So lift up. Let the hips sink down. Exhale, half split. Bring the hands down. Go empty on the breath as you shift the hips back. Straighten that front leg. Warrior 3. Big breath in. Sweep the arms forward. Lift that right leg. As you exhale, curtsy. Knee behind knee. Tuck into this teeny little ball. Hands at prayer center. And then kick that right leg all the way forward. Big kick. Lift up. Eagle on the right side. So cross the right leg over. Right arm is under. Wrap the hands around. Eagle pose. Sink those hips a little bit deeper here. We'll hold this eagle for a few breaths. Lengthen the neck, relax the shoulders. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then untwist the arms. We're going to stand up on that left leg, lifting the right knee, vinyasa. So kick that right leg all the way back, step back into your plank, lower chaturanga, upward facing dog, shoulders squeeze back, push through the tops of the feet, and then press those hips back, downward dog. Well done. So that's our full sequence. Can already feel the heat and the power that we are creating in the body here. Take a nice deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, sweep the right leg back behind, and then bend the knee, open the hip. Take a big breath in. Exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. Lower the back knee, flip the back toes. Take a big breath, lift the heart for Anjane. Exhale, shift the hips back. Moving one breath, one movement. Inhale, warrior 3. Big step forward. Left leg lifts. Exhale, curtsy. Knee behind knee. Tuck into a ball. Inhale, come up to standing. Kick that left leg forward. Exhale, eagle. Cross the left leg over. Left arm goes under. Hold here. See if you can sink a little bit deeper. Lower those hips. Keep the elbows right in line with the shoulders and relax those shoulders. Yes. Keep breathing. Well done. Last breath. As you inhale, we're going to uncross the arms, lift up, keep that left leg lifted. Exhale, chaturanga, step back and lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the left leg back behind. Exhale, bend the knee. Open the hip. Take a full breath in. Exhale, step that left foot forward between the hands. Lower the back knee. Flip the toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, deep lunge. Big breath, lift. Exhale, half split. Shift the hips back. Go empty on the breath. Inhale, warrior three. Giant step forward. Reach. Expand. Exhale, curtsy. Teeny tiny ball with the body. There we go. Inhale, stand. Kick the right leg forward. Exhale, eagle on the right. So cross that right leg over. Right arm under. Hold here. Beautiful job. See if you can sink in a little deeper. Stay laser focused to help you balance. Relax the shoulders. Take one more breath. Uncross the arms. Lift that right leg up. Vinyasa. Step back. Lower chaturanga. Inhale. Upward dog. Press back, downward dog. Right leg sweeps back behind. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take a full breath in. Exhale, step forward between the hands. Lower the back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Just for the breath in. Lift the heart, sink the hips. Exhale, half split. Inhale, warrior three. Giant step forward, left leg sweeps back. Exhale, curtsy. Knee behind knee. Inhale, come to standing. Left leg kicks forward. Eagle pose. Left leg crosses over. Left arm is under. Wrap the arms around. Wrap those legs up. Hold here. See if you can sink in a little bit deeper. You can do this. This is the part of practice where we're just burning through all of that resistance, and then we start to really tap into that flow state. Allow yourself to be there. Take one more breath. Untwist. Lift that left knee up. Vinyasa, step back into plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, deep breath in. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the left leg back behind. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take a full breath in. Exhale, step it forward between the hands. Lower the back knee, flip the back toes. On your inhale, Anjaneyasana, deep lunge. Lift the heart. Exhale, half split. Fold over that front leg, hip shift back. Giant step forward, warrior three. Feel yourself expand. Reach forward, reach back, and then tuck into a tiny ball curtsy. Inhale, kick that right leg forward, lift up, eagle on the right. Right leg over, right arm under. Sink in and hold here. You've got this. Hold here. Breathe. Maybe put a smile on your face. Keep those elbows right in line with the shoulders. See if you can sink a little bit deeper. Last breath. Uncross. Lift that right knee up and vinyasa. Step back. Lower into chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Press back. Downward dog. Inhale the right leg back behind. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take a full breath in. Exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. Lower the knee. Inhale, Anjane. Big breath up. Sink those hips. Exhale, half split. Inhale, warrior three. Reach and expand the body. Left leg is lifted. Exhale, curtsy. Knee behind knee, tuck into a tiny ball. Inhale, come back up to standing. Kick that left leg out. Exhale, eagle. Left leg over, left arm under. Hold for a full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, lift that left knee. Stand tall. Exhale, vinyasa. Lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg sweeps back behind. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take a full breath in. Exhale, step forward between the hands. Lower the back knee. Inhale for Anjane. Hips sink, heart lifts. Exhale, half split. Let the upper body fold over that front leg as you straighten it. Beautiful. Warrior three. Giant step forward. Stretch long through the arms, long through the back leg. Curtsy. Knee behind knee. Beautiful. Come up to standing. Kick the right leg forward. Exhale, eagle. Cross the leg over, right arm under. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, untwist. Lift that right knee. Vinyasa. All right, we're going to go one more time. Let's do this. Lower down. Take a big breath in, upward dog. Press the hips back. Downward dog. Inhale the right leg back. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take a full breath in. Exhale, step the right foot forward, lower the back knee. Inhale lifts you up. Anjane Asana. Hip sink, heart lifts. Exhale, half split. Fold that right leg. Warrior three. Giant step forward. Arms reach forward, left leg reaches back. And curtsy. Tuck in tight. Inhale, stand up, kick that left leg forward. And eagle. Cross the left leg over, left arm under. Sink those hips. Beautiful. Tapping into that flow state. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, vinyasa. Step back lower. Inhale, upward dog. Press the hips back. Downward dog. Moving with our breath. Let's go. Left leg sweeps back. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take a full breath in. Exhale, step it forward. Lower the back knee. Go empty on the breath. Refill nice and deep. Anjane Asana. Lift the heart. Sink the hips. Exhale, half split. Inhale, warrior three. Giant step forward. Sweep that right leg back. Curtsy. Knee behind knee. Hands come to the heart. Inhale, kick the right leg forward. Exhale, cross that right leg over. Right arm under. Eagle pose. Take a full breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, uncross the arms, lift tall, and sweep that right leg back as you step back for your vinyasa. Lower. Inhale, upward dog, and then press back, downward dog. That was good. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Start to notice what's happening in your body here. Where are you feeling sensations? How can you better support your body here in this downward dog? Take a full breath in, full breath out. Sweep that right leg back behind. And then we're going to step that right foot all the way forward between the hands. And we're going to come up into a standing position with the left knee lifted up. So giant step up. And then from here, we're going to come into dancer pose. So we're going to grab the inside edge of that left foot. The right arm is going to reach forward. We're going to kick into the left hand, lifting the leg behind for dancer. I want you to breathe. Don't even want you worrying about what your dancer pose looks like. I just want you to find your way into a variation of this shape. I want you to smile, and I want you to breathe. Allow yourself to be supported. Allow yourself to find ease. Allow it to be fun. Take one more breath. Beautiful. Lower the leg down. Bring the hands to the heart. Ha-ha, you did it. Sweep the arms up, reach tall. Exhale, fold forward. Step back into downward dog. We'll do this on the other side now. So go ahead, sweep that left leg back behind. Step the left foot forward between the hands. So again, we're taking that giant step forward and we're going to sweep that right leg up just to a bent knee. From here, coming into dancer pose. So grab the inside edge of that right foot and then start to reach the left arm forward as you kick into that right arm, lifting the leg. And again, I want this to be less about perfection or being in perfect alignment. And instead, I want you to just really lean into the feeling, the fun, the balance of this pose. Allow it to be easy. Gaze right over those front fingertips. Keep that leg lifted. Notice your next breath. Take one more breath. And release. Come back to standing, sweep the arms up and bring the hands down to the heart. Close the eyes. Notice the feet on the mat. See if you can relax your legs a little bit here. Notice your breath as it flows in and out. Feel your palms gently press together. So many of these little sensations that we're always experiencing, but not always paying attention to. Can be really beautiful to just take that moment to feel. Go ahead, release the arms down by your side. And we're going to come into chair pose, a really, really deep chair pose. So I want you to put a big bend in the knees, the arms I want to sweep up, and then I actually want you to lower the heart coming into a power chair. So it's like you're reaching forward. Your body might not be necessarily leaning on the thighs, but you're pretty close. Keep bending those knees. We're going to keep bending them all the way down, all the way down. Lower, lower, lower until you come into a seat, and then we'll come into boat pose. Haha. One more challenging pose to this practice before we rest. So in your boat, I want you to really focus on keeping the spine nice and long. So we're not dumping the weight into the low back to lift those legs or straighten them, but instead we're finding that sweet spot, pulling the shoulder blades onto the back, arms reach forward, maybe you even support the legs with the hands. You can work towards straightening the legs. I am still very much working on that, but if you can do it, go for it. We're going to take a big breath in, lengthen. As you exhale, we're going to lower to a low boat. So the feet hover, the shoulder blades hover. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. How many more should we do? I'm thinking 5. Lower down. And lift it up. Lower down. And lift it up. All right, you got this. We're almost halfway through. Lower down. And lift it up. Keep that spine nice and long. 2 more. Lower down. And lift it up. All right, last one. Lower down. Lift it back up. Yes, you did it. We're going to lower down the finale. Kick those legs. Low back presses into the mat for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was really hard for me too. But we did it. Well done. You're obviously already on your back, but I want you to find a comfortable position here. Really letting everything go as we surrender and land in our Shavasana. Finding stillness in the body can sometimes be harder than the practice itself. But the cool thing is, after you do a powerful core workout like that, it makes it a little bit easier for us to settle in and find that stillness. So I want you to tune into your breath. I want you to relax every muscle in the body. Give yourself the gift of rest. Please stay here for as long as you would like. Namaste.